Hey everyone, Miss Manner here, and welcome to my first lesson. I know I said I was going to do reviews, but I want to talk to you about something very important that's been going on in the world today, and that is COVID-19. What's COVID-19? Another word for COVID-19 is, as you probably know, the coronavirus. Miss Manner, I heard that the coronavirus is where everyone gets sick and they can't breathe, and then everyone has to stay home. I heard that on TikTok. Is that correct? Thank you for your comment. Now, that's part of the reason why I wanted to have this video, because some of our sources may not be as reliable as the other sources. So I did some research, and the information that I gathered is from the CDC, which is the Center for Disease Control. And seeing how the coronavirus is a disease, I feel that was the best resource. So I'm going to give you some basic information on what's going on with COVID-19. Let's break it down now. Hey! That's not what I meant by break it down. Sorry. Alright, so you might be confused. Why is it called COVID-19 and coronavirus? Well, COVID-19 is actually a shorter way of saying coronavirus disease. CO, and for COVID, is actually the first two letters of corona. VI is the first two letters of virus, and the D part is disease, coronavirus disease. And why 19? Did it happen 18 times before? That's because it was first discovered in 2019. And there you have it, coronavirus, COVID-19. So from here on out, I'll be calling it COVID-19. You're probably asking, what is COVID-19? It's a virus. It's a respiratory virus, which means that it attacks your respiratory system. Respiratory system is parts of your bodies that help you to breathe. So if you look at this picture here, all these parts are part of the respiratory system. Now the main part of the system that helps you to breathe are your lungs. Next, virus. Sounds like a very scary word, and you hear that sometimes, that computers have viruses, people have viruses. Basically, virus is a type of germ that can make humans, animals, and plants sick. Alright, next question you may have is, what does the coronavirus look like? Well, it looks like this. I'm just joking. Now, someone who is diagnosed or who may have COVID-19 will have certain symptoms. What are symptoms? Well, they're basically signs to tell that you may have certain sickness. Now, these symptoms or these signs are coughing, fever, and trouble breathing. For example, the other morning, I woke up coughing and I freaked out. Like, oh my goodness, is it this? Is this happening? But then I was coughing because my throat was sore. And my throat was sore because last night, well, I slept with my mouth open. And that's kind of how I sleep sometimes. But again, that had nothing to do with COVID-19, but I spent a moment freaking out thinking that it was the worst thing. But you have to think, if you have these symptoms, what are the reasonings? The thing about these symptoms or signs is that they may take a while to show on your body. For example, some people who were diagnosed with COVID-19 knew about 2 days later, and some didn't have these symptoms until 2 weeks later. That's a long time. Which brings me to my next point as to why we're all locked in our houses. Now believe me, it's rough to stay in your house 24/7 and only going out when you absolutely have to. Especially if you have a dog that doesn't want to listen to you. This is my dog that doesn't want to listen to me. Now, the government encouraged all of us to stay home as much as possible and only going out unless we absolutely need to do something. And you may think, that's hard, I don't want to stay home. Well, actually, it's for our own safety. Like I said before, people who have COVID-19, some of them don't know until days or even weeks later. So that means you're thinking, I'm perfectly healthy. I'm gonna go to the store and touch everything. So when the next person touches it, they may have the virus on that product and you're taking it home and you're sharing it. Same thing why we asked you guys to wash your hands even before all this happened. Germs can spread quickly and to anyone. Now, say you have to go to the store because you ate all the food in your house because you were bored and you had nothing else to do, so you just ate and ate and ate and ate and now you have no food. So you go to Foodland. And I found out this really cool thing is that they put tape on the ground. And why do they put tape on your ground, you ask? so you can stay 6 feet apart. And I'm not saying to stay 6 feet apart in a grocery store. Like when you're walking somewhere, give yourself and another person enough space. Because again, what if they cough? What if you bump into them? You should not be touching anybody else, especially strangers. Especially strangers. So you went to the store, you stayed 6 feet apart, you come back home. Just as a safety measure, wash your hands. And it was encouraged that everyone wash their hands for about 20 seconds. And if you don't know what 20 seconds is, if you don't want to count because it's so boring, sing the last part of our school song. It's about 20 seconds. Oh, Wahiwa, rest. We'll remember youthful days in the spirit of aloha. We sing this song of praise. Yeah. And the last thing you should do, especially in a time like this, stay positive. And like I taught you guys in class, like staying positive could be something that's very easy, but it also could be very difficult, especially when you're locked in your house all day. I discovered that I'm gonna try and find a new skill. So I'm gonna try and learn Korean. So hopefully by the time this is all over, I can at least say my name. Hi, my name is Miss Manner in Korean. But along the lines of staying positive, yes, every day in the news we hear about new cases and possible fatal cases. I want you guys to remember, there have been over 227,000 recoveries from COVID-19. So if you're just hearing negatives, look for a positive because they're out there. I'm gonna wrap up my lesson with this. Times are really rough right now. This is very different for a lot of us. So I just want you guys to remember to stay positive and do your best. And one way to do that is to follow what I said earlier. Stay at home, stay 6 feet apart if you have to go outside, wash your hands, and stay positive. And if you do all those things, you'll be a very caring and responsible citizen. I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Oh, ouch. Oh.
Sorry.
That's recorded, okay? So if you're body, some people knew they were blah, blah, blah. Okay, and they'll be touching everything and has a lot of consequences. And